What's up, squad? It's your favorite Auntie Wit Uncle Tendencies. Welcome back to another drop from Cess Talk Sports. Shout out to everybody who's been locked in and subscribed. Y'all the real MVPs. And if this is your first time here, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so you never miss a moment. And make sure you tap in with us in the comments. Now let's get into it. Because listen, if you were sleeping on the 2025 Nike Hoop Summit, let me wake you up. This one wasn't just a game. It was a preview of the future, of the next wave, and of two future Carolina Gamecocks who had the building buzzing. Agot Mccure and Ayla McDowell. Let's break it down. So boom, it's April 12th. We in Portland, Oregon at the Moda Center. Big arena energy. Cameras out, scouts in the building, seats packed with fans and execs from the dub. It's the Nike Hoop Summit, the ultimate test for the best high school girls players in the world. USA versus the world. And this wasn't no showcase vibe. This was physical. This was strategic. This was 40 minutes of war. This was an introduction. Team USA came out aggressive in the first quarter. Jazzy Davidson was everywhere, running point, hitting shots, setting the tone, but the world team didn't flinch. They matched the energy bucket for bucket. It was 25-24 USA after one, and it felt like a finals game. Real talk, the way both teams were locked in, you would have thought a gold medal was on the line. Second quarter, Team USA tried to pull away. They pushed the tempo, forced a couple turnovers, and stretched the lead to as many as 7. But every time they tried to open a gap, the world team responded. You had Ayla McDowell cooking, dropping 6 of her 15 in that quarter alone. Team USA goes up 52-49 at the half, but the world team was right there breathing down their neck. Third quarter, momentum flipped. The world team came out with pressure and switched to a more aggressive zone, forcing USA into jump shots and disrupting their rhythm. And they were scoring off those stops. The energy kind of shifted. You could feel it in the building. The world took the lead off a mid-range jumper and a transition three from the wing. By the end of the third, it was neck and neck again, but they had confidence now. They weren't just hanging, they were hunting. Then early in the fourth quarter, the world team goes up 72-71. Yep, they had the lead on American soil in front of the packed Moda Center crowd, and Fam USA was rattled for a second. But as teams do, they responded. Jazzy Davidson and Sienna Betts took over. Jazzy controlled the tempo, fed the post, and attacked downhill. Sienna, she imposed her will in the paint. They combined for Team USA's final 16 points, locked in defensively, and shut the door with a 13-2 closing run. Jazzy Davidson finished with 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. Sienna Betts added 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 steals, 10 of her points coming in the fourth quarter alone. Final score, USA 90, World 78. But the conversation afterwards for us, it wasn't about the scoreboard. It was about who shined when the game was on the line. And two names came up every time, Agot and McDow. Let's talk Agot. She came into this game with a job, locked down the most dangerous scorer on Team USA, Aaliyah Chavez. And fam, she executed that mission to perfection. Chavez is the kind of player who makes defenders look silly. Elite footwork, smooth jumper, lightning off the bounce. But Agot, she wasn't impressed. She matched footwork with footwork, patience with poise, aggression with angles. She anticipated cuts, slid under screens, challenged jumpers without fouling, and most importantly, she took away comfort. When McCure was on her, Chavez managed just 3 points. 3, you heard me? That's not just clamps, that's isolation. Agot was the heartbeat of the world team defense. She didn't just play hard, she played smart. Switched when she needed to, rotated on help, closed out on shooters, and still kept balance. And offensively, she played within herself, but still showed flashes of what's coming next. She got the squad 5 points, knocked down a smooth catch-and-shoot 3, snagged 3 rebounds, added 2 steals, and sent back a shot on the drive. Had the whole sideline yelling. But again, it's the impact beyond the numbers, the talk, the hustle, the dirty work. That's the kind of energy that earns minutes in March. That's the kind of motor you win with. She was coaching teammates on the floor, waving defenders in the help, chasing down second chance boards. That ain't normal freshman stuff. That's leadership. That's culture. That's Gamecock bloodline behavior. Agot Mccure didn't just show up. She showed out. South Carolina just secured a two-way specialist who could guard 1 through 3 on arrival and eventually could become the defensive cornerstone of another championship run. Now let's shift to the artist in motion, Ayla McDowell. Look, we talking about scoring efficiency all the time, but what Ayla did in Portland, that was a clinic. In rhythm, in flow, in command. She didn't start, but she didn't need to, because the moment she touched the court, everything changed. The offense had spacing, the tempo settled. The world team found their shooter. Ayla scored 15 points on 5% shooting, 1 for 2 from deep, and a flawless 4 for 4 from the stripe. But it's how she did it that made it different. Came off a curl, drained the mid-range, got a switch, took a bigger forward off the bounce, finished at the rim, got bumped in transition, kept balance and won, then popped to the corner and calmly knocked down the 3. Every touch had purpose. Every decision felt polished. She added 4 rebounds, an assist, and a steal, all while never forcing a single thing. She let the game come to her. Play with her eyes first, then her feet. You can see the game slow down. And that's the difference. Then she hit adversity. Took a hard fall, got knocked down. Girl fell on her shoulder in the third, hit the floor. Bench got quiet. She went to the trainers, but Ayla, you know what I'm saying? She popped up, stretched it out, and she came back in the fourth and went straight to work. Her first possession back, left-handed drive, contact, finish, like nothing happened. That's toughness you can't teach. What you can't ignore is that Ayla played big in big moments. Her buckets weren't just highlights, they were momentum shifters. She stopped USA runs. She kept the world team steady. She showed she could be a scorer and a stabilizer, and that's the kind of guard that starts games in the SEC and finishes them in March. She's got the Eurocraft, South American toughness, and the kind of feel that you only get when you've been hooping against grown women overseas. She's got that next level written all over her, and now she's got Colombia on her GPS. So let's talk about it, fam. Let's talk about what this really means down in Colombia, because this ain't just another recruiting win for Dawn Staley. It's a message. A message to the rest of the SEC, a message to the entire NCAA, a message to the WNBA pipeline, a message to every young hooper with a passport and a dream. South Carolina is building something that transcends borders. This program doesn't just develop All-Americans anymore. It develops global stars. And when you add Agot Mccure and Ayla McDowell to a roster that already has future pros, championship banners, and one of the greatest coaches to ever do it, that's a reload with range. Let's start with Agot. She's walking into Columbia with a resume that already speaks volumes. Defensive stopper, matchup killer, team-first mentality. She's the kind of player who changes the temperature of a game without taking a shot. You put her on the floor and the other team starts second-guessing everything. She's going to be the player that lets Raven gamble for steals, the one who takes on the toughest assignments every night so we can stay aggressive. The one Coach Staley puts in when she needs to stop with 4 seconds left in the trip to the Final Four on the line sometime down the road. That type of grit, you don't teach that. That's built in. That's why she fits. That's why she matters. And then you got Ayla. Yeah, Ayla McDowell is a walking matchup problem. A smooth 6'2" wing who can stretch the floor, get downhill, and finish through contact like she got something personal to prove every time down the court. She's efficient, she's unshakable, and she ain't worried about the spotlight because she's been under brighter lights on the international circuit since she was a kid. She's going to be that player who gives you 12 quiet points in the first half, then hits a dagger three late in the fourth quarter and don't even blink. She's going to give South Carolina that offensive versatility that makes us completely unguardable. And the thing that connects both Agot and Ayla, they play with purpose. They don't need plays run for them. They don't have to chase moments. They create them. They walk in the gym and you feel their presence. That true Gamecock mentality, that standard we already working with. You know you're getting effort, poise, and maturity day in and day out, already added to what we already have at the team. And Coach Staley, she knows exactly what to do with players like that. She's not asking them to be anybody else. She's going to maximize exactly who they already are. And that's why this is so dangerous. Because these two ain't coming in with pressure to carry the team. They're coming in to enhance it, to deepen the bench, to raise the floor and the ceiling. When you got a guard rotation featuring Raven and Madden, Tessa Johnson, Malaysia Wiley, Maddie McDaniel, and then you add in the Ayla McDowell to stretch defenses and make plays, that's not fair. When you got size and physicality across your forwards, and then you sub in Agot Mccure to lock down the other team's best player, that's a luxury. That's a championship formula. And listen, this is bigger than just wins and stats. This is about building a program that reflects the world these players come from. International players used to go to Connecticut, used to go to Stanford. Now they're choosing Columbia. Now they're choosing Dawn. They're watching what she's built and they want in. South Carolina is no longer just a powerhouse in the U.S. It's a destination for kids from Brazil, from Canada, from everywhere. Because when you wear that Gamecock jersey now, you're not just hoping for a school. You're repping a legacy. You're stepping into a system that turns dogs into dynasties. So where does that leave us? It leaves us with a warning to the rest of the NCAA, to the haters, to the ones still holding on to tired narratives. South Carolina ain't rebuilding. We're not even reloading. We globalizing. We're evolving. We staying ahead. And we just added 2 players who proved on a world stage under bright lights against elite competition that they're ready. Ready for the smoke, ready for the system, ready for the spotlight. Certified problem. Gamecock built, world tested. All right, fam. I want to know what y'all think. Who stood out more to you? Agot locking down Aaliyah or Ayla putting up quiet buckets and keeping the world team in it? Drop a comment below. Tag a Gamecock fan and tell somebody the next era of greatness is already inbound. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell so you never miss a drop. And share this video with someone who's sleeping on women's hoops. We out here making noise. Catch y'all next time on Cess Talk Sports, where we spotlight stars before they shine and celebrate the legends while they rise. Keep hooping. Stay tuned. Talk soon, y'all. I'm out.